orbiters around Mars now. There's the Mars Level Survey orbiter out there in Seven. There's Odyssey that's out there in both of them have been, so we had to fold it up. I'll show you over here, if we can get past the photographers. The wheels are all scrunched up underneath the base. The front wheels actually unwrap themselves like that. The back wheels extend themselves. The suspension stands up, and you can see the solar panels, which you see back there, that are deployed are now. Photography. And I think we want to kind of have a couple people talk to you about the accomplishment of the mission. Jennifer is my mission manager for surface development, and she'll talk about where we are with the surface mission and its status.
You are sitting at the command console. So when we do want to talk to the rover, that's the person who sends the command to talk to the rover. And the commands from the command console actually go to either Goldstone, California, or Canberra, Australia, or Madrid, Spain. The base, or the tip of the egress aid is about 10 centimeters. Take part of the cable away with the lander, and then this part of the cable here is cut and stays with the rover as it drives around on the surface of Mars.
Wow. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it great to be alive and well and working at the Jet Propulsion Lab? By any measure, the year 2003 has been a record-breaking year for all of us here at JPL. And when we do great things, great people tend to want and come to visit the Jet Propulsion Lab. And this event this afternoon is just a start of many, many visits to come. But in typical JPL fashion, you ladies and gentlemen tend to start at the very top. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the Jet Propulsion Lab the Vice President of our United States, the Honorable Dick Cheney, and his official party.
Oh, what a great place to wake up at JPL in the morning. I want to welcome each of you to JPL, and of course myself here to JPL. I'm the Deputy Administrator of NASA, Fred Gregory. For those watching TV a little earlier, you saw the Administrator on the other end with the other part of this dynamic duo that I will introduce in just a few minutes. It was just a month ago, into the second century of flight, the men and women of NASA are already engaged in some of the incredible exploration adventures. Late tonight, the Mars exploration rover Spirit will begin its journey across the ancient lakebed of Gusev Crater. 10 days from now, we look forward to the landing of Opportunity on the other side of our planetary neighbor. But that's not all. Oh, God. But that's not all. Thanks to the outstanding work of the space science teams, On January the 2nd, the Stardust probe captured ancient material from the comet VO2, a priceless scientific cargo we intend to recover and study in 2 years. It's a shame we have to wait that long, because I know it's great stuff. We also recently unveiled a new window on the universe with the fascinating images taken by the newly named Spitzer Space Telescope of star-forming regions in the distant gallery. Holy, talk about a trifecta. Holy mackerel, we're there. And just not to be outdone, in July, the NASA's Cassini spacecraft, Cassini, oh, I'm sorry, where's Cassini? Oh, those guys have got quite an influence. The Cassini spacecraft and its passenger, the European Space Agency Huygens probe, will help us conduct an extensive study of Saturn and its mysterious moon Titan. These are all bold scientific missions and reflect the very best of our questing spirit. Earlier today, President Bush visited NASA headquarters and offered his vision for America's continued leadership in space exploration. I'm certain you share my excitement with the President's announcement that the United States will undertake a sustained human and robotic program to explore the solar system. This is great.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much, and thank you for that warm welcome. It's an honor today to be here, a beautiful day in Southern California at JPL, but to spend some time with America's most dedicated and successful scientists and researchers. And I appreciate as well the hard work of our NASA team, Sean O'Keefe, Fred Gregory, as well as the director of this outstanding facility, Dr. Charles Elachi, and all of the employees gathered here today at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And I want to personally bring you the warm wishes of the President of the United States, George W. Bush, who hope joins me in thanking all of you for your hard work and your dedicated service to the nation. The Jet Propulsion Lab has a proud history that extends back nearly 7 decades. Scientists and engineers here made vital contributions to military aviation in World War II, developed crucial ballistic missile technology in the early days of the Cold War, launched into orbit Explorer 1, America's first satellite, and designed and deployed the Voyager spacecraft, which are now both approaching our solar system's edge. And today, of course, you're capturing the nation's imagination with the Mars exploration rovers. I've just taken a tour of the Rover's Operations Center here at the lab, had a tremendous briefing, but don't worry, I did not touch the controls. The Spirit mission is showing your ingenuity in its absolute highest form. You've landed a 5-foot-tall rover on a harsh planet over 100 million miles away, and already we are receiving pictures and data that have changed our conception of Mars. And just hours from now, the rover, built here in Pasadena, will begin moving across and through the Martian soil. Each of the hundreds of people here who worked on this project can be enormously proud of the mission's success. And you can know that people all across the country, indeed around the world, are thrilled and inspired by your work. Earlier today in Washington, President Bush visited NASA headquarters and outlined his vision for a second great age of space exploration. Our goals are aggressive: to complete the International Space Station by 2010, to send manned flight beyond Earth's orbit in 2014, to return to the Moon by 2020, and to use our presence on the Moon as a platform for missions to Mars and beyond. These aims are ambitious, they're difficult, and they're very demanding. The effort will be repaid many times over in scientific advancement, useful new technologies, the discovery of resources on Earth and beyond, and the discovery of more about ourselves. Our continuing journeys into space will pose countless challenges, yet we will embark on these missions with confidence because we've chosen exactly the right people to do the job. The President and I appreciate the outstanding work performed by everyone here at the JPL. You're using your talent and your dedication for the benefit of your country and all mankind. America is proud to lead the world into space, and the American people are proud of all of you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Vice President, on behalf of all the JPL employees and our contractor who work here, I want to tell you how privileged we feel that this country have entrusted us in exploring the solar system over the last 40 years, how honored we are by your presence here and by the encouragement you are giving us, and how uplifted we are with the President Exploration Initiative that was announced this morning. Because this is what will inspire the next generation which are going to follow in our footsteps. Just this morning I checked, there have been since the landing 2.5 billion hits, that's billion hits, on our webpage.